Hey people, I hope you're doing well. I'm Hannah. Now, I've been putting off / wanting to make this video for quite a while, just because these ads are just always in my face. And I think it's basically a very good example of Nazi sewage projecting their distortions and their disease and their imbalances and trying to make it an everybody else problem, because it feeds their machine, like it feeds their tech machine. And basically it's all of their adverts like, take this test to check if you've got ADHD, take this test to check if you've got autism, take this test if you've got to get a match or dating match, or take this test to check if you're a narcissist or whatever. One, the fact that they're just constantly putting out ads like that, like it's just a PR machine of ads like that, that's ADHD behaviour. It's just impulsive, get it out. It doesn't matter what quality it is, just get that shit out there. Because it's all, they're just data mining. They don't actually care about doing anything of quality that's actually going to help you. And like, well, this is the main one. There's just more accredited tools. So if you want to do like a personality test, there's just better, more accredited, more esteemed tools out there where you can do a personality test and get a score or get what it is that you are, than those adverts that they just bombard you. And I don't know if everyone else gets bombarded like I do, because obviously like I'm hacked, so I'm on Shitrail and America VPN internet that the UK government doesn't really help to get me off. I don't know why they don't do that, but it's just ridiculous. Like I just get really weird adverts that you can just tell that it's just for American audiences. It's supposed to be for America, like, or it's supposed to be for Shitrail. Like it's just really weird, like why that is always what I get bombarded with. And then I get bombarded with, I've talked about this before, like loads of plastic surgery, like loads. I could do a whole other video on that, to be honest, because it changes your energy signature when you get stuff like that done. So it affects like your ability to like live out your life purpose. Anyway, that's a whole other topic. What else? Just loads of weird adverts all the time. But there's just like loads of these, check if you've got autism, check if you've got this, check if you've got that. And the people who are just pushing that, they're the ones with those conditions. They're the ones with ADHD, trying to force it on everyone. Like, people who accuse creative people of having ADHD, I just think are stupid. Like, I'm really interested as to who the leading researchers are for ADHD and autism, like globally, and what is driving this, like, why tech's latching onto it, why tech's using it, like, because it's probably Nazis. I'm not even going to lie. It's probably Nazis just driving the tech agenda so they can get away with, like, everyone being addicted to shorts and that being their attention span. But people that are creatives are generally like, they've got like a farming attitude to the way they do things. I'm trying to think, like for example, my work, there's quite a few poems that I've produced that they don't just happen like in real time. the progression of the poem starts from like an experience that I might have had in another country while I was traveling or researching, doing something else. But the final download of what that poem comes, like the way it's channeled, it might come like a few months later. So quite often I'll have the experience in like another place around the world, and I won't produce like a piece in real time while I'm there. It'll happen when I'm back home. The poem from the experience will come, and that's just forces at work that are unbeknownst to me, that I just allow to happen. And then when the time is right, the poem will come, channel more effortlessly and seamlessly. And for me, that's like justice for the art. Or if you're going through a painful experience and it's too traumatic or too acute at the time for you to like write coherently, for example, but then you go through a period of healing, and then your artwork comes a year later once you've healed, so you're able to write about the experience like from a more neutral place or more objective place, so it more stands the test of time. That's doing the art, that's doing the work justice. But there are forces at work that you can't really control. That's not having ADHD and only doing things here, there and everywhere. There is an order to things. It's just that these very confirmation, these very low life, you've got to remember, zios are literally sewage of humanity. They don't have any philosophy. They don't have any history except crime. Literally, their history is disgusting. They want everyone to sink to the way that they see things, which is just very distorted, like very odd. It's not ADHD when you just allow a process of like I can meditate today, no poetry comes. Tomorrow, no poetry comes. Next day, no poetry comes. 10 days later, a whole heap of poetry comes, because there's lots of forces going on that are out of my control, that are creating some sort of alignment for me to be a more clear channel to allow poetry comes. Or God might withhold some things, so it's more safer for me to then deliver what it is that comes through. I don't know what the reasons are. Have I got ADHD? No, I don't. Or a scientist, they'll dedicate their life to studying something, or running an experiment, doing some research. And they'll run the same experiment day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. They won't get any results, but they'll keep running the same experiment because they've got faith. Having faith is not ADHD. They'll run the same experiment, and it might be 4.5 years later that they get a breakthrough. Have they got ADHD? That's not ADHD, is it? That's just having faith. Like, I think people are just a bit stupid in society these days, and it's really, really annoying. Farmers, they plant the seeds in March or whenever, March, April, spring, let's just say. They don't get the harvest till June, July, August, whenever. Have they got ADHD? No, they have faith, and they just allow things to happen. They've got patience, and they just allow the conditions and the environment to do its work. They don't do everything. They don't control everything. Have they got ADHD? No, they don't have ADHD. There's something has gone like very wrong in society these days, where people are just using it for their own advantage. They use it to get this economy of attention. It's just another way to get attention. Confirmation. Same with autism. People are using it, confirmation, as a, and like I've got a neuroscience background. I know how people with very rare conditions get treated, and they're always like the Cinderella of. I'm not talking about the real people. I think these people who are using tech to create this epidemic of it, they make it worse for the people who actually have these conditions. They get, because this is the reasons why it means that real victims don't get treated like victims. They just get treated like people that have ADHD or people that want attention. No, we are victims. Like people in Gaza, we are victims. We are being victimized. Do something and to help us. Yes, we don't have these labeled, that trendy labels. There's obviously something going wrong here, that we can't help. We can't do everything ourselves. We need external forces to come and help us because this is out of control. Or like me, I've been hacked and violated and everything. Fintech terrorism galore since 2021. People are just looking at me like I've not got ADHD or autism. There's something wrong in society that just thinks that I'm just supposed to suffer. People watch you suffer. It's normal. That sounds a bit autistic to me. If you ask me, that's a bit of an autistic trait. Like, come on now. And also, this whole topic is just really annoying for me, and that's why I just really put off making this video. But it's just these ridiculous adverts that are just everywhere, that is just like getting too much now. That's forced me to have to actually like get this annoyed to make the video. But when you're creative, you're more right-brained. And creative people are like, I'm not talking about the people who are addicts. There's a lot of creative people that they can only create once they're on drugs or they're really drunk, or I'm not talking about those. They're a whole different kettle of fish. The other people who create like me from like a meditative place of stillness, a place of peace and a place of healing, it's because we nurture our feminine. We nurture our feminine energy. It's feminine energy, that creating like that, but being right-brained, it's feminine energy. And society hates feminines. Society shits on feminines throughout history. So one of the ways of doing that is to label us autistic, or to dumb down our intellect, or try to suppress feminine energy even more by trying to label it something else. When the rise of feminine energy is going to bring out more creativity, heal more more people in a child. That's not autism. When you're operating from a healed inner child and a feminine energy instead of masculine, society accepts more masculine women. All those women that are plastic, like have caked on makeup and all that, they're masculine women that wear all the trends, the fashionable trends and stuff. They're masculine women. They're not feminine. Feminine women are the ones that get ostracized. Like, it's backwards. We're not autistic. We're just different. That's it. We're different to the people that want to fit in. There's women that are autistic that want to fit in. They're the maskers. The ones that are just want to be feminine and just seeing for who we are, live in peace, creating from our place of peace. We're not autistic, man. We're not. There's loads of people now, I think, just using it to like, I don't know, man. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with them. It's like fashionable. It's honestly fashionable. But the real autistic people, who it's authentically, they are autistic, they don't get put on a pedestal and stuff. They get trodden on. I mean, I get trodden on for loads of different reasons, but I don't need another label that's going to get me trodden on. Do you know what I mean? I don't need another. There's already enough woman, Palestinian, like creative. Like there's a whole list of reasons why I'm already demonized and ostracized and vilified. I don't need another. I mean, I suppose that one's better than prostitute, isn't it? Like, but it's just not gonna work. Like, people need to stop trying to deflect taking accountability for either causing people's trauma, projecting their own trauma onto other people, or making someone's traumatic situation worse, like capitalizing on it, like being someone who is just so disgusting. They're the worst than the ones doing the actual crime. The ones that come in, confirmation, the ones that come in and act like the rescuer afterwards, but really it's just because they're vultures. And there's something very, very deeply disturbing about those kinds of people. They wouldn't have anything if they didn't like try to capitalize on people in vulnerable situation and want that vulnerability to become permanent. Like for me, like, why did I get thrown in a ditch by people in the system who just thought I was nothing, and that I was supposed to be sick forever, that I was supposed to be broke and have no money, even though I was never that. Like, they just saw an opportunity to put me in that position. Like, these tech people, like, I was thinking about this last week. It's like I think it's part of an overall strategy to label people as mentally unfit. Like labeling people as prostitutes, putting people in these learning disability boxes, so then they can come and say, oh, you're not fit to look after your estate, or you're not fit to do this. We'll do it for you. No, go away. People did perfectly well without Zionist interference or latching on, like, we can't do anything without you. Yes, we can. We did it before, and we do very well when you're not interfering in every fucking thing in our lives. Fucking do one. Like, it's just so weird that they're so obsessed with trying to understand other people and studying other people and making human experiments out of other people, and like tracking other people's movements and trying to understand people. Like, it's just, we don't want anything to do with them. They're so boring. But it's really, really disturbing that they know everything about our lives because of how infiltrated they are in the system. That's really, really dangerous. And best believe I'm getting all the fucking compensation under the sun for the amount of stalking that's been done to me by these fucking sad pedo billionaires. They're not billionaires. They act the most broke of anyone. They've got broke mentality. They've not got abundance mentality. They're broke. They're broke at heart. They're desperate. The desperate energy is palpable. It's so disgusting. It's so, there's like the sewage. Anyone, even if they look like they're rich on the outside, God's given me the gift to smell sewage around people that are actually poor, like drains. Yeah, like, it's actually amazing, to be honest. Anyway, I've got other things that I want to like rant about, but just might leave them for another day. I think that's enough, really, like almost 20 minutes. But I do think it's important. Don't do them fucking stupid tests. You could even do, like, get your free astrology chart. That's like a personality test. That's way more detailed, way more informative. It's actually good. I mean, and with all these things, with these zodiac, like I say, with the readings, I don't really personally give too many shits about zodiac signs, but it does give you some sort of understanding. It's just like a personality test. It's just a tool. Don't attach to it. Don't delve too deep into what it says, and like look at everyone from the lens of what an IMBTI or whatever that personality test is, or what an astrology chart says about them, because it's from a point in time at the end of the day. It's better to just follow what's going on at the time, like planetarily, and then where where you fit into the current alignment. Because everything's always fluid. Stop fixing people to permanent states. They're not even fucking true. Because everything moves all of the time. It's just people are fucking thick. If you cause trauma for somebody and then they get out of they get away from the stimulus, they're not going to have that anymore. Like, I only have trauma at home because I'm just constantly monitored. I'm constantly stalked at my home. I only had trauma at work when I worked in healthcare management because I was constantly bullied. And then I got out of that, and then it took about 2 years. You get brain damage. You get brain damage from trauma, from being traumatized. And it takes about 2 years to heal from it. If you get away from it, it takes about 2 years for your brain to recover. I'm still being traumatized by these fucking stalkers. You best fucking believe I'm getting all the fucking compensation under the fucking sun. I've not got autism. It's just that the stimulus hasn't gone. Get the fucking stimulus out of my face, and then there will be no response that looks like I might be autistic or have ADHD. What have Zionists got to do with my life? Absolutely fuck all. I keep telling people to get them away from me because I want nothing to do with them, and anything they do should have no bearing on my life. They have nothing to do with me. What's mine is mine. They're trying to steal it. So obviously I'm going to stand up for myself. Apparently that's indicative of somebody with Asperger's. That's how fucked up society is. A counsellor told me that in 2020. I mean, it's just the calibre of people in therapeutic services. I just don't know why they taught that utter nonsense. I used to work in neuroscience services because my background is in neuroscience. I've worked with autistic people. A lot of neurologists are autistic. More than 50% of them. They're very capable, very kind, very nurturing. They have the most time for you than any people that I've ever met. But why people fixated on the fact that they're autism? Autistic people, one thing about them is they don't take shit, yeah? They literally don't take shit. So yeah, it's true. It is a characteristic. But not suffering fools isn't a bad thing. It's not no bad thing to not suffer fools. If you're getting told about yourself, then look at yourself. What did you do? A neurologist is not going to tell you about yourself for no reason. Like, if people are disrespectful, they're going to be like, they're not going to give no time. But they gave me loads of time because I was never disrespectful. So, like, the world is stupid, man. It's so dumb. It's beyond stupid. Really, like, I don't know why we're here. At all. And how do we go away from it? People with autism should be diagnosed properly and receive effective treatment. People with ADHD and autism, they should get the proper confirmation. People like me who are already living out our life purpose on a creative path, but just society rejects us because they want our abundance instead of us. So that's why I'm getting demonized. No, thank you. Just cry, law enforcement, do your job. and prosecute the criminals who are trying to steal everything from underneath me, because I'm a single woman and the system allows it. Yeah. People are allowed to get sick in their life. It shouldn't be a life sentence. It shouldn't be a death sentence. The system basically value the way that it's set up now. I don't know what they did since it introduced AI into it, but they've literally mapped out who they can target for death, because we're worth more dead than alive to these psychos that are just infiltrated everywhere. And that's the thinking process behind everything that we're all supposed to be compliant with. Go fuck themselves. No. Not at all. Not at all. Anyway, that's all. If you made it this far, thank you for sticking with me. And I hope this helps some people. People that, if they discover that they've got autism or whatever, and it helps them, fair dues for them. But for me, no, it doesn't help me at all. I just think it's being used so other people can, to benefit other people, like it is for other people's agenda. Because it's just weird how all of a sudden it's become a thing. No. No. It's like, it's just paranoia. It's just trying to instill paranoia in people. And it's actually a shame that people... I mean, I used to make a joke about how, medicine was so hard to get into, and really they're gonna only end up with autistic people. But like I said, the autistic doctors, the neurologists that I worked with, they had a lot of time. They were very, very graceful. They were really graceful, actually. And fun. They were fun. They were really interesting people. It's the ones that they let themselves be controlled by whatever's trendy or whatever's fashionable, or it's the ones that because the thing I liked about the areas in which I worked, like the more specialist areas, is that we were the trailblazers that were doing everything first and then sending all our results and everything down to national, and then what we would do would inform national policy. So we weren't being told what to do. We were doing the legwork first. So we were always doing that. We were trailblazers, because they were always up for trying to see what they could innovate to then, help the patients the most. Because obviously people with neurological conditions, they've got life-limiting conditions. And they were always happy to be experimental. And then, so when national guidance finally came, we were long already doing it. But then it's the people in clinical services that aren't like that are the problem. They just like being told what to do. They wait until it's forced upon them, confirmation. And then you end up with those stupid ones that are like, oh, you've got Asperger's because you stand up for yourself. No. Because you're informed you've got Asperger's. No. Because you've had enough of people bullying you, you've got Asperger's. No. Because you don't want to play the role of just letting people bully you all the time, you've got Asperger's. No. It's just like your compassion ran out for knobheads. That's all it is. Anyway, guys, that is the end. I'm actually, yeah. It's really annoying talking about this. really annoying. So I'm going to get back to doing things that aren't annoying. See you in the next video, whatever that may be. Bye.